This is the Sicare Standard. This powerful environmental control unit enables a user to control multiple devices in multiple rooms using only their voice or a simple switch. In this series we will describe the physical features of a Sicare Standard and all of its accessories. In this particular video we will describe the charging cradle and the charging cable. Let's take the Sicare unit out of the picture for a moment. To do this we have to press on both sides at the top of the cradle like so. For a better view of where you need to press on the cradle, here it is without the Sicare unit in it. Now that the Sicare is out of the way, let's take a look at the front of the charging cradle. At the top of the cradle we see the lock that holds the Sicare into the cradle. The lock corresponds to the tab on the back of the Sicare unit's battery cover. Now let's look at the right side of the cradle. This is the right side of the charging cradle. At the top is the cutout to access the switch jack and microphone jack when the Sicare unit is in the charging cradle. Below this is the port that the charging cable or data transfer cable plugs into. This is the charging cable for the Sicare. It has a standard 2-prong plug at one end and the connector for the cradle at the other. This connector looks exactly like a telephone jack with the locking tab on top. This is how you plug the charging cable into the cradle. Note that the locking tab for the connector is on top when you plug it into the cradle. Press the connector firmly into the port until you feel it lock into place. This is exactly how you would plug in the data transfer cable as well. We'll show you that in a later video. Now let's see the left side of the charging cradle. On the left side we see the cutout at the top of the cradle to access the power switch of the Sicare unit. Remember that the Sicare unit will remain on and listening for commands when the unit is in the cradle and it is plugged into a wall socket even when the Sicare power switch is in the off position. Now let's move to the top of the cradle. This is the top of the charging cradle. At the bottom of the inside of the cradle is the port that the Sicare plugs into. There are 30 holes in 2 rows of 15 on this port. Care must be taken when pressing the Sicare unit into the cradle to not bend these pins inside of the Sicare unit. Now let's see the bottom of the charging cradle. This is the bottom of the charging cradle. Currently we see the foot that allows the cradle to sit on a table. This is attached to the cradle with an Allen-headed bolt. When you need to mount the cradle onto a bed or wheelchair you must remove this foot. More on mounting options for the Sicare in another video series. Join us for the next video in this series where we will show you what comes in the box when you receive the Sicare unit. Thanks for watching.